Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 dumbest changes in Overwatch 2. Yes, we're glad to be playing Overwatch in 2022, but under the guise of a number, we gotta wonder, why wasn't this just an update? Did we really need a whole separate game for this? What about Overwatch 2 has you frustrated the most? Share with us in a civil manner down in the comments below, and I will see you there. I am personally disappointed in this game.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Character designs.
Play of the game.
You know, when a game gets a sequel, you expect some characters to receive significant changes in their design. Well, that's not exactly the case in Overwatch 2. Sure, some armor plating is moved around, colors are in a different spot, maybe we give Soldier 76 a beard, or Roadhog a different hairdo, but overall, none of the characters from the first Overwatch look any more different than their original designs. And it makes you wonder if the artists were just told to look busy and turn in whatever they wanted. Was this really just another excuse to slap a 2 on the logo?
Play of the game.
First time user experience. Oh no! Look at all these characters! How am I ever going to learn and master every single one of them? Said no one ever, Blizzard. But that was the excuse Blizzard gave for implementing a god-awful first-time user experience. If you never got to play the original Overwatch, you will have to play well over 100 games just to unlock every single hero. And to unlock competitive modes, you will need to win 50 games in quick play. And we all know how quick play can be. It's chaotic. There are some people who have no idea what they're doing. It's so frustrating. There's like no rules in its matchmaking system. And you know, practice range and bot matches, you know, they're not options at all for learning new characters, not at all. So what was the point of including those too, right? Not to learn new characters. Unlocking heroes. Normally, if an online game features a ton of characters to play as, the developers will do weekly rotations and allow players to access characters for free, or reward players with currency to spend on characters that they want to play as. You know, it makes sense. Overwatch 2 does neither of those things. Not only will it take 150 matches to unlock everybody, your progression is tied to milestones that unlock a specific hero. Wanna play as Zenyatta? Play 25 games. Ashe? Play 50 games. Even Mei, a character who was featured in vanilla Overwatch back in 2016, is walled off behind playing 70 games. As for characters that will be added in the future, there's an entirely different and arguably more predatory system in place. The Battle Pass. Overwatch 2 makes it clear from the start that the only thing it wants you to focus on is this damn Battle Pass. This is the replacement for another predatory system featured in the original game. The loot boxes that handed out sprays and voice lines like candy and made even basic skins a rarity.
Somebody has to stand up for the people.
Spanning across 80 tiers, only 18 of these tiers are given for free to players. Characters like Kiriko, who are added in moving forward, will be locked behind later tiers for free. Or, if you want them as soon as they come out, you'll have to purchase the Battle Pass. And yes, you do have a selection of challenges, yes, I'm using quotes for that, to complete for extra XP, but that's where our next entry comes in. Progression. Even if the loot boxes felt like a cheat most of the time, the original Overwatch felt rewarding enough to keep us playing. Every 20,000 XP, you're leveling up and getting more loot boxes and stuff. Winning matches could still get you at least 5,000 to 8,000 XP, depending on your overall performance. Do the math and put in the skills, and you could earn rewards every 3 matches or so. All of that has just been poof, gone out the door, thank you. The only purpose for XP is to reflect what tier you're at in the battle pass now. There is no general ranking anymore, and the XP given for even winning a game feels like you're being thrown scraps. The battle pass gives you a permanent XP bonus of 20% upon purchase, and yet it still comes off like you're being paid in peanuts. This is ridiculous, man. Why is this grindy? 5v5. This is the biggest change between Overwatch 1 and 2. For those who never played the first game, Overwatch followed a 6v6 format where 2 teams fought for control over a payload or control point. This format allowed for matches to maintain a high ebb and flow. Get in the fight, defend the point, die, spend respawn time planning or waiting for a fellow teammate to respawn, retry the process.
Threat neutralized.
Sometimes 1 or 2 teammates could wind up bringing down the entire enemy team and turn the tide of the fight. Under the new 5v5 format, it's boring and frustrating being on both the winning and losing team because of how the pacing is now. On one hand, games are flying by and teammates can drop like flies in a matter of seconds. On the other hand, there are moments where the game gets weirdly quiet and boring. Just outright boring. The new maps. To give credit to Blizzard, Overwatch 2 does come with 6 new maps. However, this still doesn't justify this entire relaunch of a game that was just fine before all this.
How embarrassing.
All of the maps from the original Overwatch are just the same maps, but with new lighting and maybe a few new assets in their environments. That's it. An alternative Blizzard could have done? Make new maps, and over time reintroduce the old ones, or maybe just reworked versions of the older ones. And I mean reworked as in design. Maybe not as many choke points, you know? If we were just going to get 6 new maps, why couldn't the original Overwatch just get them as part of a massive update instead of mysteriously ceasing support? The more you think about it and the more you dive into what is new in this game, you're just like, why couldn't this be an update? UI.
Thank you, my friend.
Feeling more powerful?
Oh, good choice. Biotic healing.
This may sound a little nitpicky, but really this appears to be another one of those excuses to slap a 2 on the logo here. The user interface of Overwatch 2 is incredibly bland in its style and messy in structure. Whereas other shooters have found ways to keep the screen simple and allow for more visual clarity for the player, Overwatch 2 feels stuck in the past by littering the screen with info, and there is no way to customize this to your liking. Unless you want to, just not see kills on the top of your screen. And even then, you still have a ton of information taking up a fraction of your screen. Again, other shooters have found ways to tie ammo counters and health to the screen without congesting everything. Why hasn't Blizzard picked up on any of these? The font. Alright, now this is probably the most nitpicky on this list, but we really need to be honest. What was so bad about the bold and slanted font of the original game that we needed something far more mundane? The original font fit the heroic theme of Overwatch. Some of it still remains in Overwatch 2, but most of this has been replaced with this dull, Arial or Calibri font that ends up dismantling the game's visual identity. What is this man? No PvE, no story mode, still? This is the biggest offense of Overwatch 2. Part of the appeal behind Overwatch 2 was the promise of a story mode or a PvE mode. Given the success of limited time modes where Blizzard gave players the chance to play a PvE mode, one would think this would be the highest priority to make the game as big of a success as possible. So, where is it? Oh, it's been delayed. And it is once again being locked behind seasonal content as limited time events? Even under the free-to-play model, Overwatch 2 has proven to be one of the most unnecessary sequels to exist in gaming history, and this is the prime reason. And the worst part? Activision Blizzard has ensured that everyone is forced to play under a false sequel by shutting down the servers of the original 2016 game. Player choice is touted a lot in the AAA space. Where is that talk now?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's more where that came from.